Today we learn the topic of advanced surveying, that is kinds of the errors. Basically, this is part of triangulation adjustment, and there are three types of the errors. First is the mistakes, or it is also called as gross error. Second, systematic error. Third, accidental error. Before going to that errors, we must be know that what when this error is occurs. Basically, we have to measure the angles, then measurement the length. At the time of, we have to use the instrument such as the theodolite, dumpy levels, prismatic compass, total station, etc. So at the time of the taking the readings, we have to measure that angles or any horizontal angles, vertical angles, or length measurement. At that time, you have to take the number of times you have to take the readings, because of we have to require the accuracy. So at the time of the taking the readings, we have to take the readings in in our mind's confidence, but it may be happens due to the confusion in the minds, carelessness, or poor judgment or confusions, that mistakes may be occurs. So mistake is nothing but it is errors that arises from the inattention, poor judgment, or confusion in the minds of the observer. If mistake is undetected, it produces a serious effect on the final result. Hence, every value to be recorded in the field must be checked by some independent field observation. Then another error is the systematic errors. The systematic errors can be accounted. Okay, for example, if you take the variation in length due to the temperature, it will be accounted. So, a systematic error is the error caused by the factor that can be accounted, or we can call as it is corrected. Another error, that is accidental error. Accidental error are those which remain after mistake and systematic error have been eliminated. So it is an accidental error. Okay. Then we move towards our important definitions. First definition is the observed value. The observed value is a quantity which derive from an observation after correcting the sum of for all the known error. True value. The true value of quantity is the value of the quantity which is absolutely free from all the errors. Since the true error is not known, the true value is never known. Then most probable value, or we call it is MPV. The most probable value of quantity which has a greater chance of being the true value than any other value. This value is derived from several measurement of a quantity. Then independent quantity. An independent quantity is the quantity whose value does not depends upon any other quantity. For example, if you see that the reduced level of the benchmark, it is the we call it as independent quantity. They are not affected by change in the values of other quantity, then it is called as independent quantity. Then dependence or condition quantity. If you see that dependent quantity is depend on other quantity. Okay, for example, if you take the angle sum of the angles, we know that it is 180 degree. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. In that, angle A and B is independence, but angle C is depends upon other two angles, because we can find out the value of the C is equal to 180 minus in bracket A plus B. Okay, then direct observations. A direct observation is the measured numerical value of a quantity made directly on other quantity whose value is being determined. A baseline, a single measurement of angles is a direct observation. Indirect observation. An indirect observation of quantity is the value derived from measuring some related quantity. When an angle is measured by repetitions, the observed value of quantity is indirectly derived from a number of observations. Then weights. Weights, as we know that a weights quantity have some weight. The weight is nothing but if you measure the angles number of times, then its weight is increases. So weight of an observation is an indicative of the worth, precision or confidence placed upon an observed value. It is also a measure value the reliability of the observed value. In general, weight is proportional to the number of times a quantity is measured. True error. The true error is the difference between the true value and the observed value of the quantity. It is not known. Most probable errors. The most probable error is the quantity which, when added or subtracted from the most probable value, define the limits within which there is a greater probability that the true value of the quantity may lie. Then residual error. Residual error is the difference between the most probable value and the observed value of the quantity. So these are the some important definitions. If you see the exam point of the view, in previously question paper, university question papers, a question is asked on these topics. First, write a short note on kinds of the error. Then second questions is the write definitions. So according to the these are the different definition is asked in previously exam. Okay, thank you.